Coming up on the Joe Rossano Show. Now, the moment an allegation is made, punishment begins, jobs are lost, sponsors disappear, reputations are destroyed, often within hours. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Even when allegations fall apart, the stain never fully goes away. Are you ready for facts? Unfiltered, unbiased, uncensored. The Joe Rossano Show is next. Welcome to the Joe Rossano Show. Hi, I am Joe Rossano, where we deal with facts. We don't do fake news. We don't do conspiracies. Let's rock. When did accusations become a conviction? When did we decide an allegation without evidence, without trial, without due process was enough to destroy someone's career, reputation, and family? This episode is not about defending bad people. It's about asking whether truth even matters anymore once an accusation goes public. Because in today's culture, guilt or innocence doesn't seem to matter. The damage is already done. We used to believe in a system where evidence mattered, where accusations were investigated, not instantly believed or dismissed, when due process protected everyone, including the innocent and the guilty alike. Today, that system has been replaced by something else entirely, the court of public opinion. Now, the moment an allegation is made, punishment begins, jobs are lost, sponsors disappear, reputations are destroyed, often within hours. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Even when allegations fall apart, the stain never fully goes away. Exoneration doesn't trend. Corrections don't go viral. Let me be clear. Real victims exist. Crime happens. Some accusations are absolutely true. But two things can be true at the same time. We can support victims and still protect due process. Destroying due process doesn't help victims. It guarantees more injustice. When society decides that allegations alone are enough, everyone becomes vulnerable. Not just celebrities, not just public figures, anyone. Anyone can be accused. And once that allegation is public, the damage is permanent. Even if you're cleared, you're never really cleared. So ask yourself this: who benefits from skipping the truth? Media companies chasing clicks, social media platforms fueled by outrage, a culture addicted to instant judgment. But justice was never meant to be that fast. It was meant to be fair. If we don't protect due process for everyone, eventually no one has it. And once the truth stops mattering, accusation become weapons and innocence becomes irrelevant. That's not justice. That's chaos. Let me give you a couple of examples, okay? Because here on the Joe Rossano Show, everyone knows we deal with facts here. We deal with facts. My last episode, resurrecting Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer will probably never pitch in the major leagues again. And why? Because of an allegation. Because as I mentioned, and any of you who have not seen that episode, former Major League, and I do mean former Major League Baseball pitcher, Trevor Bauer, was accused of sexual assault by a young lady named Lindsay Hill. No criminal charges were filed against Trevor Bauer. He did not have to pay anything in any civil matter. And Ms. Hill's petition for a restraining order was denied in Los Angeles, and he will probably never pitch again. You have news commentators, celebrities who will never do movies again, never be on television again, because the allegation will kill you. The allegation will absolutely kill you. This is what Joe Rossano wants. Your pal Joe Rossano wants the following. Example, somebody does a major newscast at 8 p.m. in prime time on a prime time network, and they are accused of something bad, something they did, of course, I don't want to shock anyone, 30 years ago. I want that individual to go back on the news, back on their broadcast at 8 p.m. on that network while the court proceeding and the investigation is going on. Now, if that individual is convicted in court by a jury or a judge or an advocate or however it works, then they're fired without severance. Then they're fired. Otherwise, they lost their career based on what someone said. And no, people should not be believed. Their allegations should be proven, and they used to be. They used to be proven. People lose their jobs over an allegation now instead of a process playing out and allowing them to keep their job while that process plays out. Because at the end of the day, think about this, folks. Once that person is taken off the air, once that person throws their last pitch in the major leagues because of an allegation, you're never the same again. It's never the same again. That person is never invited back to the newscast. Even if they're cleared, they're done. And even if no charges are filed, no civil matter comes to fruition, and your alleged accuser doesn't even get a restraining order approved, your career is still over. And that is sad. Once again, thanks for tuning in to the Joe Rossano Show, where we are unfiltered, unbiased, uncensored. As always, God bless you, my dearest friends and fellow Americans. Adopt a pet, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for all the latest episodes of The Joe Rossano Show.